Can you imagine sending your kids to work down here, underground in the coal mines? They used to have children as young as 4 years old, boys and girls, working down here in northern England a long time ago. And there was a number of different jobs that the kids were forced to do, one of them particularly grueling. Now, down in these mines, there used to be some very, very low passageways. And some of the tunnels in there were reported to be about 22 inches from ground to ceiling. That's about to just above my knee. And what they'd have to do is they'd have a belt strapped around their waist. They'd have to work on all fours like an animal, and with a chain going from the front of their belt through the back of their legs, attached to a cart full of coal. They'd have to crawl on their hands and knees to take the coal through these passageways. Now, usually these carts would have wheels underneath, but sometimes they were just like sledges. So, as you can imagine, a very grueling job in an already pretty hideous working environment. Whoops, that's going to look a bit suspicious. Now, there was eventually some good news towards the middle of the 1800s when the laws finally changed. Firstly, stopping women and young girls from working down the mines full stop. And secondly, raising the minimum age for young boys working down the coal mines to 10. So a big sigh of relief for many people. But for our little Timmy, just had his birthday a couple of weeks back. Sorry, fella, there's a bit of a chance you're going to be getting sent down the mines, lad. Now, up until recently, these weren't covered up. They were sealed to an extent, but there was a hole in here. I assume because of unwanted visitors like myself, curious people, they've kind of taken the next step to kind of stop any sort of injuries or lawsuits from taking place. Bit of a shame. I wasn't planning to go inside it, but it would have been cool to get a bit of a closer shot. There is another entrance not far from here as well. Similarly, it's been closed up. It looks like a bigger site too, but I think that one's been closed for a little while now. Now, before we end the video, there's something else near here that looks kind of peculiar and interesting. I've been tipped off that somewhere along this path is an abandoned farm. It's been closed for a long time. There's not as much story to it, I'm not going to lie to you, but somewhere built into the hillside, there's a set of steps that just appears, allowing you to walk down seemingly into the ground. So we're going to head over there. It is a little camouflaged by its very nature, but fingers crossed we'll be able to find it. I'm already pretty much caked in mud, so this can't really get much worse for me at this point. Okay, I went the wrong way. We're going back to the closed up mine shaft. I initially tried to drive here. You can kind of see looking at the road, I say road, why I didn't. Google Maps assured me this was a fully drivable route. Clearly not. This could turn into a video of me getting rescued in the pitch black night. 16 minutes. That's 16 minutes. For regular folk. We can do that in 10. Watch me break a leg now. Maybe a little bit lost. Just a little bit. Hold on a minute. Is this it? I just saw these little stones. I think this might be it. Oh my God. It's been a bloody massacre. It's coming back. Okay. Oh my God. I don't think I can show that. Let's just ignore that. This is it. Believe it or not, that is a stair set. And if you look around, we're just in the middle of some hills. And if you're watching this video, it means I made it out without breaking a leg. Let's go. One thing I don't like, which I hadn't thought about until I got here, is spiders. Wait, this isn't a stair set. This is a wall. Where's the stairs? I gotta be careful because somewhere leading straight in from the floor, from the ground, is a stair set. Here it is. This looks a little bit safer. Kind of. All right. Now, I don't know too much about this. There isn't a big story around this location, but it is pretty weird and interesting. It's an old cellar belonging to a farmhouse that's been long closed. Thank God there's no dead animals in here. As you can tell, it's been derelict for a long time. That's where I tried to climb it just then. Thank God I didn't. That would have been a broken leg, definitely. All right. There's not a lot left. It is apparently not a safe place to explore, so this is not a recommendation to come here. Definitely not. I'm here so you don't have to be. If you can kind of ignore the trash, the Foster's can, the Coke bottle, it's a pretty atmospheric place. I can imagine there is a really interesting story and history behind it, but there isn't much to be found. Old piece of farming equipment maybe, some very rotten wood. Now, if you want to see the weird thing I walked past on the outside, I can't exactly show you it, but I can show you something that might give you a bit of an idea. Look at all this sheep fur. I'm trying to be careful with that angle here. And just on the other side of this hill is, I mean, some of it's left. Brutal farm life. Now I can see a couple of other pieces of stone up here. Let's go and have a little look. See if there's anything else going on. I guess this was the outer walls of one of the old farmhouses. Not much of it left. Not much information in this video, I'm sorry. I did have a look before I came. I didn't find all that much that I could tell you, but I thought we'd come anyway. I guess just another part of the ruins. That's all I've got for you today, I'm afraid. We will be exploring some more interesting places, getting some more interesting stories pretty soon though. So check back next time. Thank you for watching.